We've Grana Weep Nini Bong. I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream. We're going to start off with some shout outs to the folks in the chat here. We've got El Takuche, Alpha Bravo, Dojacked, Grind Time is here, PB Chew is here also, and he said he got a 4-star Deathsaurus this weekend, so congrats. And you guys, I was trying to hide the fact that this was take 2, but you're telling us in the chat. But yeah, you know, it happens sometimes live, so we had to start over the recording, but the secret's out for everybody watching the replay on YouTube. Yeah, Silverbolt's here, Altabot Phil, Red Alert, a lot of familiar faces. I do appreciate all the support, even though you go and you hide the, you expose the fact that we had to do a second take. Anyway, we're gonna go talk about the Transformers Earth, the event this weekend, and I do have some crystals to crack, which came from VIP from this month's gift loot link, and also from last weekend's event. So how about we get to the event news? This weekend's event is called 10 Angry Bots. With last weekend's event being Law and Order, now we've got 10 Angry Bots. So I'm getting a sense of like a courtroom trial kind of a vibe from the Saga event titles. I wonder if that's any kind of a hint to anything. But we'll find out. This weekend's event, Super XP and 5-star shards this weekend. A lot of people have been asking, when are we going to have the next 5-star shard event? It is this weekend we're having this one. So if you want to find out how often they are, keep a note of this weekend and wait until we see the next one. Usually happens about every 6 months or so. But you can get in this weekend, in addition to the 1,000 5-star shards, you could also get up to 150,000 Spark, 150,000 Combiner Spark, 100 Mark III Battle Boosts, and 100 New School Crystals containing 3, 4, and 5-star shards. Well, we used to get Old School Crystals containing those types of shards. These are New School, which means they did change a little bit. We'll talk about what's in them in a moment. The event is a prestige event. There are 100 prestiges. It starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time, and as we said before, Super XP throughout the weekend. To participate, you got to be headquarters level 4 and be in an alliance. You hit that yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, win the points, collect your prizes with all of your alliance mates. The event battle zones are the standard battle zones. And here's a list of what you'll find each totalizer, each prestige. So there are, 5 levels every 2,000 points. You start off each prestige getting a random Mark III Battle Boost, then you get some Combiner Spark, you get 5-star shards, regular Spark, and a New School Crystal, which will contain an equal chance of 20 5-star shards, 100 4-star shards, or 200 3-star shards. So, if you're able to complete all 100 prestiges, you and your alliance mates will each get 1,000 5-star shards, plus you'll also get 100 chances at getting an additional 25-star shards. So it could be a very lucrative 5-star shard weekend this weekend, if depending on how far you can get in the event. I mean, even if you can get 10 or 20 prestiges, it's still a fair amount and a lot more than you'd get, save you a number of 4-star duplicates. So definitely a good event to be participating in and trying your best. And Super XP, I mean, that's always a great event to be grinding. We talked about ability level 11 and some new G1 power cores last week. All we knew is who was getting them. This week we found out what those abilities are going to be. Still don't know when they're going to come, whether it's going to be this week or next week. They did not say in the newsletter, but we do know what the abilities are, so let's get to it. First up, you've got Laser Optimus and Armada Megatron. Or as we like to call them here, Shoulder Pads Prime and Avocado Megatron. Although we haven't done the Avocado Megatron much, but we're going to try to stick with that. So if you go to ability 11, in addition to whatever increase in the ability proportional to level up, you also get an EMP effect when using his ability, plus an extra bounce for each disc. For Sludge and Straxus, the damage against the walls will now be 7 times damage increase. I believe it's 5x right now, but it's 7. It's going to be 7x, which means you're going to be able to do more damage against walls. Again, based on how many walls are in the blast radius when you use it. So it makes him it makes it a little bit easier for him to destroy whatever walls when you're which is basically kind of what his main function is. Next up, we've got Cup and Dead End. Now this one is big and could very well be a game changer. So the bonus will be they will be immune to hacks. So if you're trying to bounce back towards the headquarters or towards some outpost bots and Mind Wipe or Cosmos pops out there, they try to hack you, guess what? Not going to happen. So they are going to be immune to that. That will be a big help for people who like to use that type of an attack. Rodimus Prime and Motormaster, their burst duration effect, it extends an extra second, I think, or a couple of extra seconds. It'll now last, the ability will now last for 8 seconds in addition to whatever increase that will come along with. Speaking of Cosmos and Mind Wipe, while they won't be able to hack Cup or Dead End anymore if they're at ability level 11, these two guys, they will actually have a 50% damage reduction while in the air. Now this is actually pretty good because they do tend to stay in the air for a very long time, especially in one place while they're hacking. So if you happen to kick off their ability and you have those little laser turrets with the air defense, that could easily wipe these guys out in a hurry. So if you got them at level 11, that'll be a good defense against that type of a power core on those buildings. So that could actually be very, very good for those guys. Pyromagna and Bone Crusher also getting the ability of level 11. It says they will now be able to set enemies on fire behind your target. Now, I've seen a lot of people say, but they already set enemies on fire behind your target. Yeah, that's true. So, not entirely sure what that means. I don't know if it means it's just going to extend the fire a little bit farther beyond, or if it's going to take effect when they're doing their normal attacks. Maybe it'll set some fire. I think what it's going to be is, so you leave a trail of fire behind, and then you hit a target, and I think it's just going to kind of throw a little bit of extra fire beyond where you stop. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. I haven't seen it in person. I think Sunstreaker Waza maybe have tried out some of these. I'm not sure if he tried out Pyromagna or Bone Crusher. But they did say they're going to be doing the stream on these and showing them off. So hopefully we'll be able to see that and what that exactly means. Springer and Astro Train, you kind of get a 2-for-1 situation here, being triple changers. So you actually do get a bonus for ability level for both of their abilities. The defensive perimeter, that's the one where they fire out all the missiles and they stun certain defenses in the area. It adds an extra 2 seconds to that stun. And the aerial support, which is one that I pretty much use exclusively, where you send them off to another bot to help provide some healing. In addition to regenerating health over time, there will also be a component of instant healing. So they'll get an immediate boost of healing as soon as they arrive, and then it will still continue to regenerate some health over time. I would really like to have. So very cool, very cool. Next up, you got Trax and Cutthroat. So in addition to providing the damage reduction, their smoke cloud will also make your team 15% faster. Very similar to some of the other bots like Wheeljack or Streetwise, where they have a boost. Hoist even, where they'll actually increase the movement speed, which also increases the attack speed, thereby being able to cause more damage in the same amount of time. Now Trax and Cutthroat, their cloud will not just protect you, but also help you cause more damage. Windblade and Dive Bomb. It basically kind of gives you a little bit of a Megatronus effect. Surround yourself in flames, setting nearby foes on fire. And I don't think this is going to be a 100% of the time thing, but kind of like now where when you rush them in or fly them in to attack, they set up the like a defensive shield that now I think they will also add flames during that time to not only to have the two missiles attack them, but they'll also be able to set some things on fire. So that seems pretty cool. And the last pair getting it is Sky Burst and Onslaught. Their bonus will be in an increase of 75% of an impact area per rocket. So They send things out in a line, so when those rockets actually land, it'll do a little bit larger of an area of damage. So that's actually pretty good. Pretty good. So that's it for ability 11. Next up, we've got the G1 power cores. So we did take a look at these last week. We saw who they were. Just like the ability 11, they did not say when we'll be releasing these. Usually when we get a new set of power cores, they come in an event. So it's not likely to be this week, possibly next week. We'll find out more in the future. But we do know about the abilities will be, so let's go do that. See, look, I got the G1 Springer picture fixed. I forgot to update it last week, but I've got it there, so he's got that nice little smile on his face. He's happy that he's getting a G1 core. Springer and Astro Train are the first pair, not just ability 11, but also G1 power cores, and they get the same thing. Increases the special ability damage by a percentage, and they also heal by a percentage. So that's pretty cool. Drift and Barricade get a G1 power core. For 10 seconds after your ability, you move and attack faster, and all of your regular attacks heal you for a percentage of the damage done. Now, these guys are already pretty quick, so I'm not super crazy about seeing that they're going to move and attack even faster than what they already do, but the fact that the attacks also still heal you for that additional time, that makes it worthwhile, because if you're going to heal based on your damage that you cause, you do want to move a little bit faster, cause as much damage as you can in that 10 seconds. So that's a pretty cool core, and it goes right along with their abilities, which already heals you a little bit as part of that ability. So I do kind of like this core for these two guys. Cup and Dead End is another pair of bots who are not only getting ability level 11, but also G1 power core. It restores a percentage of health every 5 seconds, kind of like a Rejuvenate core. But in addition, it also increases your damage by a percentage for 10 seconds after each teleport. So that's pretty cool. So imagine getting ability 11 in this core on them. You can jump them over there. You're going to be getting like the Rejuvenate effect. Plus, also when you bounce, you're not going to get hacked in. You can cause some extra damage. So that's pretty cool. I mean, even if you don't have the ability 11, getting that extra damage, because usually you're bouncing them into danger. So I think that's a really cool ability addition by adding these cores on them. Next up, we've got Dust Up and Vortex. A couple of bots that are not held in particularly high esteem. So let's see what their power cores will do for them. It increases the special ability damage by a percentage. That's good. And it sets the target on fire, dealing approximately 75% of the bot damage over 6 seconds. So that's pretty cool. It's very similar to what the G1 Prowl and Brawl abilities do. Of course, the fire that you're setting on this is on a much wider range, so that might actually work out to be a pretty good increase. I'll be looking forward to actually getting one of these power cores and giving it a try, see if it might get a little bit more playing time for these bots or not. So, pretty cool. And that's it. So let's just jump right into the next one. They did reveal who our next combat bots are going to be. For the Autobots, we're getting Top Heavy, and for the Decepticons, they will be getting Sights. And that's all they told us. They just gave us the names and the images. No word on what their abilities or what bots they'll be able to be used with. Are they melee? Are they guns? Well, these are two new bots. Like a lot of combat bots lately, I had never heard of. So they're doing a deep dive into these Target Master stuff. Both of these guys were Action Master partners. Top Heavy was the Action Master partner of Skyfall. It's not a bot that we have in the game yet. But he, was a Rhino, which you can tell, and he turned into a triple-barreled electro-pulse machine gun. Okay, And Sights, believe it or not, TF Wiki says he was an Autobot as well, but I'm guessing they're making him a Decepticon probably because there's not as many Decepticons going around for combat bots. But he was a partner with the Action Master Jackpot, and he transformed into a photon cannon. So, based on those descriptions, I'm thinking these guys might be some kind of gun. Could it be some kind of a stun weapon, perhaps, based on the electro pulse what gun that Top Heavy turns into? Maybe. No way to know until they tell us. Probably next week. It's usually they just kind of let us see who they're going to be, and then the week after is usually when they tell us what the ability is going to be. So time will tell, but it's looking like these guys are probably going to be guns to be used for the bots that typically are carrying the guns, like Flak or Fire Drive, those kinds of guys. So cool. And so I mentioned it earlier, the monthly gift was also included in the newsletter. It's good throughout the entire month of March. It includes a Silver XP Core, 5,000 Premium Shards, 10,000 Spark, 10,000 Combiner Spark, and 10,000 Combat Spark. It's the same that we got last month. You can, if you need that link, if you didn't get the newsletter, go ahead and join my Discord and head over to the Loot Links channel. I have that link posted in there, and you can and that will go and get you that gift. While you're there, stick around, because every week, right about the time, a couple hours before we start the stream, as I'm preparing the stream, I also throw up a giveaway to give out additional loot links as prizes as a part of a random giveaway on my Discord. And speaking of which, I'll throw that link in the Twitch chat there. The link is the website, or the shortcut, is there also on the screen and in the description of the YouTube video. And you have a chance to win up to 10,000 Premium Shards, or 10,000 Spark, or 10,000 Combiner Spark, or 10,000 Combat Spark. And so I usually give out five or more every week. So head on over there, join up, and keep your eyes open for the giveaways channel. And yeah, get a chance to get some of that the goodies. And that's gonna do it. We do record these Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern live on twitch.tv/engineerhoist. So if you're watching the replay, head on over there, click follow, and click the notification so you know when we go live. You can also find out any of that information if you happen to go join us in the Discord there as well. And you can also follow me at Engineer Hoist on Instagram or Twitter for infrequent behind-the-scenes content. And that, my friends, is that. So, what do we got going on now? I think it's time to head over to the game. We've got to go crack some crystals. Oh, but before we do that, I've got a bot done researching. Who is this? Oh, it's Hoist. That's right. Just came out of the lab at 41, looking pretty good. Time to get Super XP weekend is a good time now, so maybe I can go get some experience into Hoist. So now that we've checked that out, let's go check out these crystals. I have 15 Decepticon Premium Crystals, 30 Autobot Premium Crystals, 2 Decepticon 3-star crystals, and an Autobot 4-star crystal. And considering how many Premium Crystals we have there, there's a pretty good chance we'll have at least one more 3-star crystal to go collect before we get done. I do like throwing in the Decepticon premiums every now and then, because I do use my Decepticon squad quite a bit. So let's go ahead and go through those Decepticon premiums, see if we got any kind of luck. These VIP type crystals don't usually give me much luck. on the monthly basis, but I will take whatever kind of consolation prizes that come from them. That's always good to have. Got starting off with a 3-star Bone Crusher. There's Octo Punch. Taylor, thanks for the cheer. Still not entirely sure what all of that means. I know it's some kind of a thing, but I do appreciate you doing that. Ooh, got a nice G-Metal high velocity shells. That's for the auto cannons. Turn them in kind of like the what do you call it? Those big cannons in the raids. You know, let's do 10 at a time here. Had to do a few individually anyway. So we got a Reflector. Got a Megatron. Got the other Megatron. I was hoping to see Beast Wars Megatron come through to make it like a hat trick, but no, I was Drag Strip. There's Octane or Tone, whichever you prefer. Tarantulas. Sinner Twin. Cyclonus, based on the terrible Combiner Horse figure. Ramjet. There's the other Megatron. He heard me calling him. Did we get anything good? No, just a bunch of silver cores. Okay. I'll turn that off. We'll get these other 2 Decepticon premiums. Got Blitzwing there. And Swindle. Very cool. Alright, so definitely got Dupe City out of those guys. And let's go ahead and crack open these Autobot premiums, 10 at a time. Got Double Dealer. Double Dealer's in the crystals now. I'm not sure when that happened. Restart Dinobot. We'll take it. Sea Spray. There you go. Alpha Bravo with the hashtag Fear the Spray. Inferno. Huffer. 4-star Magnus calling it. I wish. Not that I'm really jonesing for a 4-star Magnus, but he has been sitting out there for a very long time. And I haven't even haven't got him yet, so I'd like to just kind of check him off the list, you know. So I got a handful of 3-star bots out of there, out of that 10. Let's see, what do we got? All food cores. Next round of 10. What do we got? There's Nose Cone. Nobody likes Nose Cone. Monkey Prime coming for a visit. And the real Prime, Optimus. Impactor. Monkey. And I just got a 2-star double agent on both sides today, says PB2. Cool. There he is. He heard you calling him. Attack. Ah, nothing but 2 stars that time. And pretty much all food cores. Last set of 10. See if we get any kind of luck out of this. No, but we got a Siren from Inferno that time. Tracks. Streetwise. Goldfire. Still looking for a 4-star him, too. Blades. Oh, love Blades. Good bot. Tigerhawk's pretty good, too. Windblade. There's Streetwise again. Sea Spray. Alright, so that completed the Dupe City from the premiums. That's pretty much how it goes. Still just pretty much food cores. Alright, turn that off. We got a couple of Decepticon 3 stars. I go for the Decepticons on the 3 stars because I can get... There are no 3-star Autobots I can get with those. And honestly, I've gotten most of the Decepticon 3 stars too, so... but there is still a few out there that I can get. So I like to open the 3-star crystals on the Decepticon side. But they're usually duplicates too. So for anybody thinking I'm wasting 3-star crystals for all the duplicate stuff I can get, as you can see, still a pretty good chance. In fact, I don't think I have any G1 Swindle power cores. So that'll be pretty nice. My Swindle's waiting for research, so I'll still slap that on him. And there's another duplicate Decepticon. It's Rodimus Unicronus. And as predicted, there is another 3-star crystal. We'll go ahead and grab that. And if anybody's curious, that's how close I am to a 5-star crystal. So quite a ways off yet. Let's go ahead and crack this one. It's another duplicate as expected. There's Dead End. Got some Combiner Spark there. And more food cores. And now, the moment I've all been waiting for. 4-star Autobot crystal. Probably a dupe. But maybe be surprised. It's a dupe. It's Sea Spray! Glass gas mine. I've already got one of those on there. I don't think I need more than one glass gas mine. I'm not even sure if that one glass gas mine I have is even doing a good job. But I'll take the 5-star shards. So that's gonna do it for the crystal cracking. Thank you for joining me in Dupe City today, as we do many days. Hey. After last week's crystal cracking, pulling 4-star Hoist and 4-star Trailbreaker, 3 of each, as a matter of fact, I've got no problem having when weeks go by like this, where it is just a visit to Dupe City. Thanks for the follow, Pop Smoke. Woo! I hope that's how you say that. If not, that's how I chose to say it. Fun times. All right, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this week's stream. I do thank everybody for being here. If you've made it this far in the replay, join us live Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/EngineerHoist. I am Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends, and we'll see you next time.